Well, hello there, my friends, and welcome back to the 1st of June, a brand new month, you lovely people. Hope you're all leading delicious lives, and welcome to another episode of Draw with Mikey. For those of you not in the know, this is the super casual midweek chill-out drawing session. Probably some swearing, probably spoiler alerts, not really professional whatsoever. But also a good opportunity to kind of roll off of the back of the last tutorial we did and get in some more sweet-ass examples of drawing characters from a low-angle viewpoint. Welcome, one and all. Also, the main function of this, seeing as I get quite a few comments on the channel now as it becomes slightly more popular, which is kind of awesome, is that it's an opportunity for me to actually read your comments and see what's going on with you lot as well, because it's just harder and harder to do. Got quite a few videos uploaded off of the channel now, and quite a few comments happen on them, so it is a little bit tough sometimes to keep pace. Thus, one of the main reasons I really enjoy this series. And also, this series is a great opportunity for me not to have to impress anybody. I just draw whatever I want, no masterpieces, and it's great that way, because it's just no stress and no pressure. And you lovely people, you get to do your own art at home. So join me along. If you've got projects you're working on, get them done. And just, let's work together, just like some chill out drawing time. Now, this whole video is going to be full of me clearing my throat and coughing and stuff, because I'm still kind of getting off of the back of a cold I had. So not everything's completely perfect. But otherwise, yeah, how have you guys been? I hope you've had a good bank holiday, or, well, it's a bank holiday in the UK. Maybe where you are, it was Memorial Day or something like that. In either case, I think nobody had to go to work, which is fucking excellent. So good times all round. I went raving. Turns out I'm too old for that. I nearly just wiped myself out the day afterwards. I was on a massive... I'm going to say, yeah, massive come down, basically. I bit my tongue, so if I also sound like a really clumsy motherfucker, I don't know what to tell you. I've just been chewing the main muscle in my mouth that does all of the talking. You know, completely by accident, completely unrelated to anything that I've just been talking about doing. Yeah, completely innocent, pure lifestyle. So, how are you guys doing? No need to tell me by shouting at the screen. Put it in the comments below. And whilst we're on the topic, what were you saying from the last week's episode? The Great Unknown said, I love your videos, man. Thank you very much, sir. You got me back at drawing. Don't ever stop. You're just as good as Mark Crilly. Oh, cheers, bro. Actually, I'm absolutely nowhere near that man's standard. Now, he's got his own drawing style, and I have mine. And sometimes I might pull off something that looks visually entertaining. But bear in mind, that guy's been drawing for a lot longer professionally than I ever has. And he's also made his own printed and published manga series. So he's like definitely better in any way that you might measure success or skill. He's definitely better. He deserves all of his subscribers. And he's very, very cool. Although, yes, I do hope the channel grows and, kind of make some kind of weird semi-living off of this. Who knows? This arm is really big. So, yeah, what I'm just doing here is I'm drawing a lady in on the side from a slightly low angle perspective. The eye level is probably around about kneecap point. Let's say the eye level's right along this part of the page. So we're kind of looking up a bit. Let's just give also a bit of a chestiness because we can. These are just going to be not really characters as such, more just body shapes, so that we can just get some more examples down of learning the form of a character when you've got low perspective. This has two perspective points. There's one going up, where it's all just kind of going off and away, but also going off down at this angle, if you imagine, just so that it kind of foreshortens or disappears off into the distance as well. So it's worth kind of playing with the human body shape, because it's a tough old shape, me hearties, to have a play around with. Okay, something like that. And maybe I'll just fit another one straight on the other side. They could be like those two statues from The Neverending Story. Wait, is that it? Oh no, there's a statue and it kills you if you're scared. Oh, that is a fucked up series. I need to watch that again. Rohit Reddy G says, uploaded 5 minutes ago. Oh yeah, I think YouTube was just sending out lying data about when last week's video went up, and then it was up for maybe a while, and then people were commenting on it, and then if you came to the video after about an hour, it said it had only just uploaded or something, and then you saw the comments were really old. It doesn't really matter, but it was just a little bit confusing, I think, for some of you people at home. Just stuff that YouTube does sometimes. If you want to know how fun YouTube really is, every now and then you'll upload a video, and it will just fuck the video completely. Like, it'll be completely fine when you upload it, and then it will go live, and the whole video will just be like a black screen, or just completely like muxed, or it'll just freeze the whole way through. It's really, really rare. Bearing in mind YouTube uploads like billions of hours of video all the time, all that sort of stuff. It has a very good average, certainly, but every now and then you'll just get caught out. Okay, so we'll go for another one in like that. And Steve Stemnavi says, pledged $20 this morning. Let's just say them boobs are life with a Y in the life. Cheers, bro. Deep, sycophantic laughing. Let's draw some anime, everybody. That's some good boo. All right, okay, and British Mangaka. Oh, awesome, UK. It says, Mikey, have you read My Hero Academia? It's really funny and the superpowers are pretty awesome, but if you did an essayist in the future, you could do a gender swap of one of the heroes from it. I will look into that. You've also written a bit more, some more information. Thank you very much. I will have a look, sir and or madam. Brian Perry, smiley face, cheers, sir. And a HDK Dark Soul says, your comment? Oh, yeah, just another person going on about the weird time information YouTube is saying. Timothy Messer adds, I got my upgrade, and now I can watch your videos on my TV and draw. You popped my laptop's cherry. Did it feel good? Goodbye, Windows XP, and hello, sexy Windows 10. Timothy, it felt amazing. I hope it was as good for you as it was for me, even though I was completely passive to the situation and unaware of the events as they unfolded. So down on this side, this character's going to go like this. She's going to have more hip than this one. This is a bit of a kind of flat character. A Western white girl, we'll call her. Might have a name like Brittany or Shanting. And then we'll go out like so. Hips will curve in. There we go. That's a good line. Let's get a thigh leg down here like so. Comes up background here. And then just curves into a bit of bum there. This leg will be maybe standing a bit further back. So the hip joint will pop out, but then curve back in like so. Knee around about here. Leg comes off. Have I managed to smudge that already? I didn't even realise I'd just done that. Celevi, such is my power of having a hand that touches ink. It always smudges things. But we'll play around with these lines. We'll get it right, more or less, as we continue on. Beniko Juju says, I love the long episodes, Mikey. I love your long face. Not that I know what it looks like. The anime you were thinking of is Cowboy Bebop. Oh, yeah. So, like, last episode. Oh, I hate myself as well, because I remembered the minute I was uploading. We were talking about anime, and I was talking about how much I loved Cowboy Bebop. But apparently I wasn't such a big fan that I could remember the name at the time. So then I was just singing the theme tune a lot at the camera. And you guys actually all managed to get it correct. So it turns out I don't need to remember anything anymore, which is great. As long as I have you guys around, I can just sing theme tunes and make noises or describe stuff really weirdly. And you're just actually sharp enough that you actually have some kind of clue what I'm talking about, which is very impressive. Because most people in real life have no idea what the hell I'm on about most of the time. Okay, so an arm like that. And then maybe around here. And I think it's probably, now I don't like to, when we talk about the best anime in the world or the best mangas or my top anything, I'd give them like maybe a zone but not a number. So I'd say that Cowboy Bebop is probably one of the top 10 greatest animes out there in terms of an anime TV series. I don't know where in the top 10, but I'd say with a certain amount of confidence it's probably in there. Although maybe I'll have to make some serious videos about that one day, because that's such a fun topic to cover, and especially a really fun topic to research as well. We will see. But yeah, I was really just ashamed at myself that I couldn't remember the name of such an excellent anime. So very, very big thank you to all you lovely people at home for reminding me what the hell it was. In fact, I'm probably going to read a lot of comments, but are probably just going to be people saying, you fucking idiot, it's Cowboy Bebop. So yeah, if we see one of them, you'll know what I'm talking about. If there's just lots of Bebop comments, maybe the fingers come in like so and so. Thumb kind of goes up like that. Okay, yes, something like that. Okay, and again, kind of another low angle, still viewing up. Is this in focus? Have I checked? It's just about in focus enough, but it will suffice. Just adjusting the camera phone. One of my favourite things to do mid-episode. And Frills809 says Cowboy Bebop is the end. There we go, everybody. That's exactly it. Viniko Juju continued on to say, though, that JoJo's Bizarre Adventure is the best anime at the current anime season. Not watch the latest one, where they summon their own fighters or something. I was all about when they used the power of midnight or sunlight or overdrive and all that sort of stuff. Fucking loved it. Lynx Kanzai says, when are we going to get a Widowmaker? Oh, so I think that's a character from Overwatch, because I was doing Tracer last time. And I'm probably going to do a Tracer SAS. Spoiler alert! Not that it's a really big surprise. So I've been playing around and doing loads of like Tracer-specific drawings just for Patreon as well. So I was thinking, yeah, maybe I should do a Tracer and Overwatch picture, because they've got a kind of relationship, I think, those two characters. Whether or not it's going to be a picture for YouTube or maybe a kind of a less safe one, I have no idea. We'll see how we go. In fact, I'm probably just going to try to fill this page with loads of low angle shots. Let's go for an even more extreme low angle then. So if we just start from the hips and work our way up. Oh, that's dangerous. Let's go in for just a big arc, something like this. And then I'm just going to come straight up and out, flatten to a body shape. And we'll have like concave chest. I'm using loads of reference images off camera, by the way, as well. I'm not just coming off of this off the top of my head, because this is practice time. And reference images, and then having a go yourself without reference images and weaning yourself away from it once you understand form is all part of the skills process. Yes, yes, more skills in my belly. Yes. Let's just fill that up there. Something like show. And then hand's going to be up like that. And maybe we've got some splayed fingers like that. Hands right up there. And then maybe something over here. Maybe, oh, let's go a bit nearer. Let's go a bit dangerous and try to get some actual fingers in. Fingers are tough mothers to draw, especially when you're going straight in with your inking pen and you're not trying to get them that correct compared to each other. Something like that and something like that. Oh, it's kind of tough, but that'll have to do. Okay, excellent. And then this arm's just going to maybe shorten that way, but then go back off that way. So for next up here, head of this character is going to be around here. So one of the things I mentioned when we did the tutorial about foreshortening from a low angle and a low angle perspective is that one of the most natural things to do, at least when you draw in my particular way of drawing, which is a very, very common way, it's not mine as such, just a way I adopt, is that you start characters from the head. The head is often the focal point. It's where the language centers and most of the communication comes from. So it's just very unnatural to deal with a character that's actually bottom first, so to speak, because it's difficult to then, if you put the head in, that's not the focal point, maybe you need to start the bottom. So if you start drawing with a body before you draw a head, it's just the most unnatural feeling order of things sometimes. It's really tough to kind of commit to the shapes and forms that way, or get the placement really where you actually wanted it in the first place, or kind of get the feel of the character correct. So it is a really weird thing, and I think that's partly why I had so much trouble finding any other tutorials on the low angle thing. I found one really good one, and I think it was Koizu who did it. Don't hate me if not, I can't quite remember whose it was. It's like a video where he looks at a tube in real life that's got lines on it and talks about the foreshortening angles and how that all works. And it was really, really good. But it just wasn't involving female anime characters, and I couldn't find that many others that actually seemed to do the job. And I think I know why. It's because a foreshortening video from top down is really common and really easy to do, but the other way is a challenge. This hand, by the way, is freaking massive. So we'd have to assume it's very, very close to the viewer for some reason, compared to everything else we're looking at. And obviously this is quite viewer close as well. Yeah, I'm not too sure about this one, but we'll keep having lots of goes. That's the magic of it. Spicy Meatball says, have you ever watched Black Cat or Guilty Crown? No and no. Should I? I will have a look perhaps. And Angel Smith adds, loves your drawings. Thank you very much. Very inspirational. Thank you very much. Tutorials are very helpful. Awesome. But please draw Kitana, Milena, or Jade from Mortal Kombat. Oh yeah, we had some Mortal Kombat chat a while ago. A few episodes back. So yeah, it's still on the list. But my goodness, it's so tough to find time. Is it not, my friends? The Enemy Sage says, I like to use a pen, and the anime you meant is Cowboy Bebop. By the way, hardcore matafaka. Yeah, hardcore crew. Hotaro Wannaball. Oh, you know how to do comments now. This is awesome. So the TLDR is Cowboy Bebop, Dark Souls is Tsundere waifu. Really? What? Dark Souls... I'm going to have to read the long version. Weirbo trash. Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. Okay, so... wait, Prepare to Die. Dark Souls is a hot tsundere character in a dating sim who's borderline abusive. But it feels so good that when you make progress, that in it is the best waifus of all time. Oh, wow, okay. That is, yeah, Dark Souls. So you've done a very clever meta thing, where if Dark Souls was a female anime character, it'd be a really abusive relationship, a really bad one. But when it felt good, it felt great. And it just made you come back for more. So yeah, it actually makes a lot of sense. So, I mean, that's too meta. I don't think we can throw out a question, which is, you take your favourite video game and then imagine it's an anime character of some sort. What kind of character would it be? Because a lot of video games have characters in them, so it wouldn't quite work. But I know what you mean, sir. Well done indeed. let's have someone behind this person being like, oh, what the fuck? Are they falling back? What the fuck's going on here? So we'll go along there, and then we'll get the neckline down. See, much easier already, starting from the head. I'm already miles happier. So experiment, everybody. Try drawing your characters in different ways and different methods. But if it doesn't quite work out, don't worry about it. And then just, get on with your life. Do whatever you want. This character as well is just like, I don't know what the juice is going on here. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do, knickers. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do, boobage. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do, hands over here. Okay, so maybe one finger up. And then the other rest of the hand is kind of down and in. Maybe a hand's trying to come out to catch this character. The arm's out but still kind of tucked in like that. And this arm will be maybe further down before going back up. Something like that, perhaps. I'm going to try to put characters maybe on all of these in a time lapse, or even during part of this video if we get the time. The anime sage says, I like to use a pen. Oh, we've just read this. I'm fucking mental. Frills809 says, what is some advice for new drawers? And actually, you guys have done a lot of answering to this particular person's comment, especially Dread is Dead and Xanadarium. So well done, all of you guys. Pie Dye has gone, never give up. Very good tip. And Dread is Dead's probably one of the best bits of comments on here. Basically says, watch lots of YouTube videos and learn how to draw the thing you want to learn. So yeah, don't have to learn anything in particular order. Try doing a body overall, learn the overall form. You won't get it perfect. Then focus on the different bits and then redo it together. Basically mix and match a lot, okay? Like really just build it up any way you see. The more experience you get, it's slowly going to add up. There's no perfect way to learn to draw in the beginning, but just slowly build up the experience and the skills, and you will certainly get there over time. And as you do that, you'll gain confidence and be more aware of your own drawing style. So it'll really just, you'll speed up and speed up. It will be better and better. Glorious art, it's Cowboy Bebop. Yes, it was indeed. Miguel Blah. All the Final Fantasy musics were awesome. All the Nobuo Uematsu Final Fantasy music is awesome. I'll go that far. I don't think all of it is great. 13 had a few good tunes. 10 had the na 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 na. God, why do I sing every DWM? But yeah, obviously 7, 8, 9 had some really good tunes. 6 was strong. And Chrono Trigger had some excellent music as well. Shiver says, I still have mixed feelings about Outlaw Star. I didn't like the first half, but it kind of changed with Aisha. Yeah, I know what you mean. I kind of mentioned that I really liked it. And then the more I thought about it, I don't really recall the plot amazingly well. It's years and years ago when I saw it. But from what I recall, I remember liking. It certainly was no Cowboy Bebop. Oh, God, that's why we were talking about Cowboy Bebop, I think, anyway. It certainly was no Cowboy Bebop in the same respect. But yeah, it was really good. And I like the fact that they had, like, I think biogenetically engineered girls that had to pilot the ship. It's probably a long stolen idea, but like the ships wouldn't fly without them, or the best ships wouldn't, or something. And then there was like another crowd who had a really similar girl. I don't know if they're clones or sisters or... God, I really can't remember the plot of what happens to Outlaw Star, other than... Wait. Okay, is it Cowboy Bebop or Outlaw Star where they travel through incredible distances of space through these gates? And these gates exist, or they pass you through like a metaphysical existence where you're in another reality that's like parallel to ours. And there's like, they let off a load of bombs or something there. And then all the bad guys are stuck in this non-existent reality because they can't exit out the slipstream properly. Does that ring any bells to any of you? Or am I sounding crazy? Or am I confused with like Star Wars or something? But I'm sure something like that happened. I don't know if it is Outlaw Star or Cowboy Bebop that it happened in, though. That is really weird. One of them mangas. And Armin Agadami Drum says, hi Mikey, have you ever spilled your cup of tea on your artwork? Not recently, and today in fact, I've got myself a lovely bit of, what is it? Bourbon and Pepsi Max. And ice. Oh, delicious in a completely refreshing way. No, not for years and years, because I'm no longer an asshole. But a really bad habit, pretend this is a cup of tea. If I leave a cup of tea out and I'm doing watercolour homework, back when I used to do art at school, this is when I used to do this all the time, I would paint my watercolours and the water to dip my brush in would be right here. And every fucking time, because I wanted the tea would be on my mind, and I'd dip my brush in the tea every time. It was like this weird mental tick that I had. Fortunately, I used water-based paint, so I still drank the tea. Not always, if it was too like black or something. But yeah, that was a really, really bad habit. Do you guys have any idea what I'm talking about? Have you ever had this problem when you leave a cup of tea whilst you're doing some actual art painting and you want to put your brush in the tea, like your brain just knows it's supposed to do something? Anyway, D-Lo Moore says, what part of human body should I learn to draw first for anime? That's your actual voice. Oh, we kind of covered this from that earlier question. Yeah, I would suggest start with the overall human figure. Don't just try to immediately box something and think you can learn that one thing and then just go on to the next thing. Art isn't quite like that. It's a bit more of a smooth, kind of natural flowing process that you kind of mold and develop over time. You can't tick it off the same way you might tick off a load of skills if you wanted to learn like a technical project or learn how to do something on like an Excel. With art, you kind of can have some targets, but you kind of like develop there very organically and kind of work your way through. As much as you might want to put a timetable to it, it's never that simple with art. And that's part of why it's so kind of unique compared to more technical skills out there, I think, anyway. So yeah, maybe start with a human form and then just get into what you enjoy. If you really enjoy doing a certain style and certain things, do it a fair bit, because it will really give you the motivation to then branch out from there and do the stuff you're not so good at as well, which is as equally important. So find that balance. Do it so that you enjoy it, but make sure you push yourself and you actually grow. And yeah, in fact, look on YouTube for any videos, especially if there's one by Draw of Jazza about growing your technical skill or being better. I've done one about technical skill, but not about finding your own style. There are some really good ones out there I've seen that do cover that topic. So yeah, get involved, basically. Draw and draw and draw. Don't wait, draw. That's the secret to life. Don't wait for anything. Just draw. And CQ290262 says, as far as music goes, I listen to everything that gets me in the zone. As far as art media, I prefer pencil and paper, now in colour. Oh, and a link to DeviantArt. Let's have a quick look. Seville Q. Oh, sick. Oh, you've done some... Oh, shit. What the fuck is this? It's like Batman if Batman had the Yellow Lantern, and Superman if Superman also had the Green Lantern ring. Oh, dude, that's fucking awesome. Oh, get into the comments of last week's DWM and follow this guy's link to his Deviant artwork. Oh, very cool. And then, oh my god, somebody whose name is either in Chinese or Japanese kanji, I can't quite translate it, but the very, very end of it is Ko, the symbol for child. It says, nice Overwatch drawing, I like your vids. Many thanks indeed. I hope I get better at drawing, I need to practice, keep it up. Could you draw Hollow from Spice and Wolf? Another anime I've not seen, but I will have to add this to the list. That list I've got, by the way, the to-do list it's just a text file, but it's so freaking massive now. There's so much on there that needs doing on the to-do. Oh, tough times. Okay, so let's go even more tilt. Let's go a smaller character further away, and then head up kind of stars, maybe further back like that. But then we'll go really in, so maybe more timid passive, shoulders up. In this instance, let's really sketch this out. Rib cage down, but then the foreshortening starting to kick in. Hips getting wider, right down to the hip zone, and then the legs, and then it's all coming down bigger and bigger as it gets closer to the viewer, to the camera. And then maybe, I think, the bum line underneath there. And then it's probably actually going to fade away because I don't think the viewing angle's all the way up, but certainly fairly far up. And then we'll have hand down there, like so, coming across. Maybe this arm is straight down, coming out around about there, and then the hand's going to be a bit bigger down here, just a bit further down and a bit nearer to us, like so. Okay, and then again, just pop in a little bit of chest, all squeezed up like that. Lovely. Okay. Excuse me. Devon Coulson says, so, one thing that I would like to see in your videos is one of your first drawings. Oh, that's a great idea. I will make a very particular video when I fish out loads of my really old artwork. There's not that much in existence anymore. It kind of goes into a shed in a house that you live in 5 years ago and eventually gets just thrown in the bin. And then you move house again and it just kind of all disappears. Has less value. But I will try to find some really old pictures. Maybe I'll do that for like a 50,000 subscriber thing. I say that so that I've got loads of time to forget about it and not do it. Oh my god, we're almost at 30,000 subscribers. Thank you so much, you guys. That is mental. And I say we because obviously it wouldn't happen without you guys. So that's really, really cool. Am I going to do a 30k sub special about anything? Yeah, get your ideas in the comments if you've got anything. It'll be late, obviously, and I probably won't do anything because I'm so lazy or tired or short of time. But yeah, really, really cool. That's just mental. I bloody love it. Love you guys. Oh, getting emotional. Joel says, all I know about Overwatch comes from the mountains of CG porn animations which flooding the image sites. Yeah, I heard about this. I heard there was a thing about Tracer having a naughty pose of her bum out in the actual video games, and then they took it away, and then somehow that put it on everybody's radar of, oh, maybe Tracer is sexy. Maybe we should CG porn. And they took, like, the digital files of the characters from the beta of the game, so it all looks really weirdly realistic. Oh, I don't know. But, yeah, Horses for Courses out there. I have heard it's out there, and I've seen, I think Philip DeFranco looks at a lot of it on one of his episodes. Anyway, Firefly Diaries. That girl deserves to grow up in a natural beauty. Oh, this is if people want me to do an SAS of younger characters. Obviously, I'm not going to draw naughty younger characters because I don't want to go to prison. But I did mention that maybe I'd imagine them if they'd grown up into fully developed women for part of the SAS series. So there's that, gender swap, and just general characters in general. So yes, so much to do. Israel Rodriguez says, drawing one of the characters from Senran Kagura. Either you're saying you're doing it, in which case, awesome, upload it, I want to see it. Unless you sent it to me on Facebook like 5 months ago, I'll eventually get around to it. Or you want me to draw it, in which case, thanks for the suggestion. I Kuroko PhDT, 869 view and 81 likes. Oh, cheers very much. Andrew S, can we have more knights in armor? Yes, actually. I really enjoyed just sitting there and not trying to be too creative, but just copying out loads and loads of those really cool Pinterest images I found of other people's artworks of knights in armor. I've got a massive board on Pinterest of knights in armor in general, so I will definitely be working from that some more in the future. I really enjoyed just doing that and getting a very specific style in. It really just helped out. Okay, so let's just have another character in the background. Again, angle's got to be low, hips got to be out. Maybe there's a belly button down there, and then means her thigh's just going to curve off down there. Center of the body's kind of up there by then. Like so, thigh comes off here. Maybe there's a leg there. The other thigh leg's going off over there. Shoulders are up and out. Maybe an arm's down here. Maybe one is back there. And then something like that. And then, of course, the chest zone as well. So probably hidden behind this particular down-facing head. Curving a bit flat where it's against the rib cage on this side. And bumping out to the side. So again, not so much that I desperately wanted to get loads of low-angle examples in, but it seems like a really useful, hopefully, follow-up. I'm just going to make sure the camera's in focus. It is. Like a really useful follow-up to the low-angle stuff that we had from the other tutorial video. Again, just to kind of reiterate, because there wasn't that many in terms of examples that I could find out there naturally. So always nice, isn't it, to have a play around. What else have we got going on over here? I'm just clicking through gallery pictures. Yeah, we've got a couple that I could draw. I'm just still skipping through and having a look. Doobie-doobie-doop-doop. Doobie-doop-doop-doop. Yes, okay, here's one. So, what else is going on? Blades Vanico says, I like punk, hard rock, and heavy metal, and very, very few pop songs. Don't you know that you're toxic? Oh, Brittany, what happened? Philip Boyd says, hi, Mikey, enjoy the videos. Have you ever watched Gaia the Bio-Boosted Armor? Oh, god damn it, have I? That was one of the first VHS animes. Not the first, but back in that period of the first year of me experiencing it that I ever watched. Yeah, like, I think a friend of mine at uni had the original Guyver animated series, and then they made the films with, was it like Mark Hamill and is it David Hayter, the voice of Solid Snake? Oh man, that was so good. And then they remade it in 2003 or 2013, and it was just fucking awful. I remember having zero interest in the remake, but yeah, Guyver's incredible. And then it was all about all those kind of monsters. Was the Guyver there to be the warden to the monsters, or were they there to like guard the Guyver orb? It was really messed up. But yeah, that is some classic old school manga anime. In fact, oh my god, you've just reminded me of something. I'm going off piste, everybody. He's gone off piste. I'm just having a look at my bookshelf. I'm shouting so that hopefully you can hear me. Oh, I can't see it. I used to have this. Oh, I can't find it. I used to have this fucking awesome thing. It was like just a manga book. It talked about upcoming manga in the 80s and 90s. But it was oh man, where did I lose that? Oh, that's made me really sad. I thought I was going to show you something awesome. It turns out I've just realised I've lost something. Oh dear. One day we'll have a manga tour, everybody. I'll take you through my manga bookshelves and all that sort of stuff. But not today. I'll have to prep first and actually make sure I can find all the bits I need. So let's get this character on the lower angle as well. And maybe, obviously, this character is very well hidden behind all the others. But we'll go maybe bum out on that one. Leg over across. And then you'll kind of just catch underside of bum. Maybe just sitting sideways or floating down. Maybe this arm is off up somewhere. The hand's just in the very corner of the screen. Just a little bit of fun. Just kind of going off, having a little wave. Who knows? And then, what else is going on? Defy's Animation says, how do you not have more subs? Your tutorials are so amazing. Oh, thank you very much, dude. They get to the point and help out anyone with manga. Keep up the great work, and can't wait to see that 100k subs. Yeah, like 100,000 years. But thank you very much. Yeah, well, I appreciate any support. I do it because I enjoy it, so that's nice. But the fact that more and more people get involved is great. The only problem I have with that, I think I mentioned that earlier already, is that it's really hard to keep up with everybody's comments now. I used to be able to answer all of them, and then I used to be able to answer most of them and definitely read all of them. And now I think I start missing some. I try to catch up on my phone, or when I'm uploading or rendering a video, I try to answer and read loads and loads more. But it's tough now. It is tough. God damn it. AJ Amora, Cowboy Bebop's 321. Not a mental breakdown. Thanks for realising I didn't have a mental breakdown when I was just trying to sing a song. I appreciate it. And Robert Garcia says, yeah, you mentioned my comment. Yes, I do indeed. Terry the Geek prefers a pencil where he draws. That's cool. And Greg Serato says, I'm listening to Jedi Mind Tricks, Violent by Design. That's such a good album. I haven't listened to that for fucking years. It's a great album. You're right, sir. Gets my creative juices flowing. Oh, man. Yeah, I love a bit of London Boss on top of some fucking good rap. And yeah, the lyrics are so strong. Oh, man. Good, basically. Good choice, sir. I respect that choice. Dementa Equilibrium says, basically, just pen and pencil. Okay, brilliant. And Della Rosa Art says, some of my favourite rap music would be NWA, Tupac, Notorious B.I.G., Wu-Tang, mainly 90s rap. Absolutely. And early Eminem and Norway and, a couple others. Actually, you know what I quite liked? Was the Westwood Greatest Hits albums. I think Tim Westwood albums 1, 2, and 3 back from the 90s and early 2000s. Because it always had some like DMX music, like, oh, gonna make me lose my mind, up in here, oh, gonna make me all out, Anyway, I'm not gonna go into a massive wrap off. It's gonna distract you guys from the artwork you're probably trying to get done at home, and it would just be freaking awful. But yeah, no, much agreement coming from Mikey. Let's just put it that way. I do indeed agree, sir. So I'm probably gonna have to draw some characters on here. And in order to stop the episode, my friends, from becoming too long, probably going to have to actually just crack on with some of your comments. What I just want to do off camera is I'm just looking for another particular picture. Lovely, and I'm going to use it as a bit of a reference image to maybe put some characters on top of these body shapes that we've gone up to so far. Ranger 2PO, that song you're singing sounds like one from Hellsing. Oh, the Hellsing soundtrack's a great soundtrack. And actually, you know what, this is a question. I'm going to have to put it in the title. What do you prefer? Dubbed anime when it's in English, or listening to anime in Japanese with subtitles? Ooh, big divide. Because personally, to be fair, I speak a little bit of Japanese. Not as much as I used to. I like Japanese with subtitles, and I think dubbed anime is like Satan's cum slop. It's just awful, with very few exceptions. And Hellsing, the original series, I've never done Ultimate in English. Hellsing was actually one of them, because the English dub of that was really, really good. Alucard's always like, when you're in hell, you can lick the devil's asshole and stuff like that. It's really, really good. So wait, what the hell? You mentioned Hellsing. That's what I'm going on about, off on a tangent. The song wasn't from Hellsing, but Hellsing also has a really good OST as well. So check that out. Utsway says, yay, Tracer. Yay, Utsway. I've always liked to draw with pencils, but then I got into drawing with inks over a year ago and love it. Well done. Getting into inks is brave, but really rewarding in its own kind of way. You mentioned SAS quite a lot. What does that mean? That, sir, is the Sexy Anime Saturdays. SAS just refers to not the Special Air Service and the amazing Queen's military power, but just when we do like anime girls and kind of sexy poses every now and then instead of tutorials. Trillian says, another amazing vid. Keep it up. Thank you very much. And you like rap and classical, which actually is mixed on a number of occasions to mixed effect. Shahiyar Dipto says, I defeated Dark Souls 3 like 9 or 10 times already. Alright, show off. It's much easier once you know what's going on. Yeah, that game fucks me. I don't know what to tell you. Mar Clash, am I the only one who watches these videos of Draw with Mikey whilst also drawing? I don't think you are. It's kind of one of the main themes. It's like the unofficial intent of the video is that I'm just drawing. So instead of just sitting here watching, why don't you just get your own drawing done as well? And then we're like drawing buddies, but through the internet. So, you know, like if you're not going to an art class or you've got friends who like to draw as well, but they're not available right now to like hang out with, then yeah, just fucking whack on one of these videos. Get into a drawing frame of mind with me and get your artwork out of the way. That's kind of like, because why did I even start this series? I can't even remember. But this is basically what people tend to do with it. So yeah, that's really, really cool. And I quite like drawing. I quite like hearing that other people like drawing. So that makes me a happy Mikey. It does indeed. Okay, so Devin says, what's your favourite pencil? Mine's the 2B Extra Dark. Oh, I'm so glad you asked. 2B Extra Dark, you say? What is my... Oh, wait, here it is. Like I don't mention it every single time I do a tutorial. Super cheap Papermate disposable pencil. I like it because you can snip off the lid and snip off the nib and make it really sharp by just extending it. You can wear it down into really smooth lines. This says HB on here, but basically this is really dark as well. It's like a 2B easy. But you can even get darker lines out of it. It's a really versatile, super cheap pencil. It's really like a godsend for such a cheap thing, and they come in a really big pack. So yeah, that's my favourite. Good shout. Ives George Sanchez says, I'm glad I could help. Just a Fairy Tale fan. Thank you very much for your support and or help. And Huzzy Bear says, oh, sweet. You mentioned some great rappers, but I can both listen to rap and, you know, that fantasy epic gaming music. Indeed, everyone likes to see a soundtrack to that Final Fantasy VII film. Oh, wow, that was disgusting. You lucky people. That Final Fantasy, not even going to edit it out. I'm not even going to pretend I'm going to edit that out. That Final Fantasy, what was it called? You know, it's a sequel set 2 years after Final Fantasy. It was a straight to movie animation. Anyway, but it had a great soundtrack. So yeah, and you like pencils, rarely mechanical, and ink. Good for you. Disco Legend is a water person, never cared for tea. You're an idiot. Now you need to tell us your tea secrets. What tea do you buy and how do you make it? Simple, it's PG Tips, Pyramid Bags, and I make it all the time and very, very well. Thank you. Tim, know your damn business. Just impressive work again. Just impressive comments. Thank you very much, sir. If you still want to answer everybody's questions, maybe think about making a short bit about answering them. Yeah, that might be... Because we've got like over 90 comments, I think, at the moment, and I'm going to have to pace through the rest of them right now, in fact, to get this video... stop this video from being crazy long before the time lapse. So yeah, maybe I should just start drawing and record the audio on top. I don't know how we'll do it. Would that be weird? Would you like it? If I just did a drawing, whatever I want to do, but then the audio on top was just me reading through your comments, so that all the hands and me talking wouldn't be synchronized. Yay! But I'd still be reading everything. But then it like wouldn't feel real. It'd be too professional or like dubbed over. Maybe though. Maybe it'll work. I'll probably have a play of that. We might have a test episode. Orion Samad says the name of the game is Kingdom Hearts. Thank you very, sir. And you want to see me draw my own freestyle characters? The time will come. And in fact, I'm drawing my own characters for my own manga. I'm slowly doing it, but oh god, I just keep getting sidetracked with other projects. Xandredarium says, I like ink the most, but brush and ink. I dislike pens, both technical and dip pens. I use regular watercolor brushes, dip and ink. Very, very cool, sir. I'd love to see some of your art. The great masters themselves and the guys behind Vagabond, Inoue Takehiko. He obviously uses paint and art and Sumi all the time. Volva Anderseed. Oh my god, Volva. Come. Hey Mikey, that's a link, by the way, to a Channel 4 series called Spaced. It's I don't expect you to get that reference, but there's a character called Volva who's like an artist, and she just sends out this card. It's a mixed gender artist. It just says, come. Hey Mikey, you're awesome and have inspired me to pick up my pen and pencil again. Rennie, thanks. After 7 years, Oh yeah, get back on it, dude. Neglected to learn how to draw a lot of mechanical things in the entire male population. Yeah, that's because my tutorials are still mostly focused on women. I do have a very rough game plan. I'm not crazy, I promise. Like, we're going to get loads of women out of the way, then we're going to get loads of guys out of the way for maybe a year or so, and then we'll mix them up, and then we'll do loads of more abstract things and elements and special effects and work on it, and then maybe develop into a series about writing a manga and drawing manga panels and stuff like that. But basically, I want the channel Mikey Mega Mega, as well as all the kind of video game bullshit I love doing as well, because I just do whatever I want. I'd love it to be like a really thorough resource, but it just means we've got to do stuff in a very particular order in my head to make sure I don't miss really important things. Charles Sketch says, Mikey Mega Mega, have you tried to use Copic markers? No, can't afford them, never had them, but I would love to get around to it one day, sir. And I hear they're really, really good. They're like V marker to use. So yeah, maybe I'll start doing colour stuff one day in the future. Bat Matt said, if you could be in one anime and become a character, what would it be? Mine would be Full Metal Alchemist. Would you have special powers, or would you just be you? Like, there's loads of anime that I could go into. I could say I want to be in Naruto, but if I'm just me, then I'm going to get fucking murdered by other ninjas. Like, I'll be fucked. If I had special powers, maybe I'd survive. But, no, because it's just such hard work, do you know what I mean? In anime, characters die or exciting stuff happens all the time. And sometimes I just want to, like, have a kebab and a sit down. So I don't know if I could live in that kind of environment. If I had to pick one, maybe Hunter x Hunter. Not just because I love it, but because there's so much normal stuff. And all the nen and fighting is like a really small amount of the population, the specialists. And the rest of it's just normal people living their lives. So I'd be in Hunter x Hunter, but I wouldn't do anything exciting. I'd continue drawing and making YouTube videos on whatever Hunter x Hunter version to YouTube is. Yeah. If you guys at home could be in an anime, what would it be? What would it be? And I hope by now you've commented below and told me whether you prefer dubbed or subbed anime, because then I can decide who my friends are and which people get deleted off the channel. Colby Senior says, "Lol, interesting way you make the Brits make iced tea." Oh yeah, about forgetting it. You like the traditional mediums of pencil and paper, and dude, you should start uploading. Oh god, yeah. I'm really bad at uploading onto DeviantArt. Open apology to the world. Yeah, I'm really so behind on that. I just about keep up with YouTube, just about keep up with Patreon, because I'm trying to make that like a real specialist area for the good guys. But DeviantArt's fallen by the wayside. I need to pick that up. And you've said some other things. Yes. Say the words Psy and Nor and put them together. Sinor. Oh! Colby Sinor. Yeah. Okay, thank you very much, dude. Colby Sinor. I've got it. I've got your name down, mate. If I'm murdering anybody's channel names, by the way, when I read your comments, just kind of spell it out for me with other words until I get it right. That will really help me out. Cheers, dude. Matthias Eklund says, Mikey, I was wondering if you could do an episode about how to make an anime-style drawing from a real-life photo. That is an excellent idea. One for the future. That is going to be copy-pasted on my to-do list. And Michael Elliott says, I'd like to draw how Jamie Hewlett does, and I want to see if you can give a try. Oh, dude, I know exactly who you're talking about. So, Jamie Hewlett, right, if you guys don't know, he did like... He's got this incredible cartoonish, but really dark drawing style. I think he did like the artwork for a lot of the Gorillas, and I think Tank Girl as well. Actually, like yeah, he's really really cool. Google that guy. Stop this video. Stop everybody. Stop what you're doing. Stop the video. Don't watch this. Don't subscribe. Go onto Google and check out Jamie Hewlett and his art, because the style is just so tasty and cool and particular. I'm not saying it's how I want to draw personally, but his technique, like the second you see his art style, you'll recognize all of his work whenever you see it again. It's so particular. Really, just for that alone, got a lot of, that guy's just so cool. Okay, yeah. Great suggestion, by the way. You have excellent taste. Undertaker Mac. Nope, I don't like watercolor because I'm poor at watercolor. No worries, sir. And Arc Soberano says, please stay with the long 30 to 50 minute videos. I don't want to do that. I want these videos to be about half an hour long. But because I'm so bad at judging these kind of things, and because the Draw of Mikey series is such a casual, like unprofessional thing, they always end up being longer. I can't help it. So you'll kind of get your wish. Even if I don't want it to be this way, it's probably always going to be this way. So I'm glad. I'm glad you like it in the long run. I'm just focusing really briefly on this hair. Oh god, I've started drawing again when I'm supposed to be focusing on the comments. It's a really bad habit. When you have a pen and paper in front of you and you're supposed to do something else, you're probably going to just end up drawing instead. Like, if I had loads of homework to do, I've got to do the hoovering, or worse, like paperwork or taxes or something. Probably just going to waste time drawing and put it off because I like doing that. Ooh, or Game of Thrones. I haven't watched that yet. Going to have to get involved there. Even though I do despair of that series now that it's come away from the books and has its own storyline. And characters do stuff that just doesn't make sense for the kind of characters they are. But that's a complaint for another day. Okay, I've kind of put that character into existence with some hair and or face. But no, I must focus on your delicious comments. Excuse me. Oh, and lovely. A little sip of drink as well. Oh my god. There's so many comments. I'm really going to have to test out a different way of doing this just to keep up with everything. It's going to be a real challenge. Anime Stody for the Gamer says, nah, you should draw Widowmaker. Oh yeah, so we've covered that already. I might well do both. Tracer's not as hot as Widowmaker. Also, there's an artist competition of one of the biggest anime channels, Lost Paws. You know what? I know Lost Paws, and I only know Lost Paws because of you people in this very series recommended it to me ages and ages ago. God, that guy plays some very rude video games. I don't know what to tell you. Oh wait, so he's got an anime channel, a competition. Brilliant. I'll have to take a look actually, because I feel like the kind of anime he likes is the kind of anime I'm probably quite good at drawing. Yeah, I'll have a look. Definitely. Cheers for the heads up. Ducknam, yo, Mikey, yo, Duck. It's been a while since I've commented. I was surviving finals. Good on you. Well done, man. All for playing Persona. Yes, it's... Oh, downloaded it. I might actually have Persona 3 now, but it's going to be a long time until I upload it because there's loads to do. My head warning, 3 is sad as fuck, happy as fat man eating a cake. Also, could you try to do an SAS of Edward from Cowboy Bebop? Ooh, good ideas. So many good ideas. And AOJ Rose says, you know what, Mikey, I've got something very important to tell you. The longer the video, the better. Multiple thumbs up. Oh, excellent. I'm so glad you guys... How are we doing at the moment? Oh, Jesus, Lord of mercy. Yeah, this video is really long. I failed. You guys like it, but I failed myself. So, oh god, there's so many oh god, guys, seriously, there's so many comments. We've really got to do something about this. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but it's awesome. I bloody love having you guys here, but oh man, okay. Unproven Carl says, hello Mikey, or anyone else reading this and thinking that they might be able to help. I've just recently gotten into drawing. Well done and welcome to the world of art. It's a lovely place to be. I really like to do wings, angels' wings, and I'm having a hard time placing them. Oh, dude. I mean, I'll do something about that a million years in the future, but get onto Pinterest. There's some really good guides there where it talks about bird wings versus the human back muscles and where you'd put things and how the natural shape would be. Yeah, loads of great stuff out there. Oh, I'm spitting on this art page a lot, dear oh dear. So yeah, Unproven Carl, get involved there. So yeah, get involved. Vinicius Ferraz says, Vinicius Ferraz? Please, you could do a drawing of Tracer. I'm a big fan of it. If you can make another video, but this time more. I appreciate the attention. No problem, sir. Attention granted. But Tracer will be the SAS, I'm pretty sure. I just need to get around to it and find time. Maybe I'll just call in sick to work. Oh my god, I hope people from work don't watch this. Nah, it'll be fine. They wouldn't watch it this far. They're not hardcore crew, unlike you delicious people. Yeah, Tracer's going to happen. Don't worry. Maybe of Widowmaker if I can make it work, and if I can't, I'll take the easy route. But all my failed attempts, as usual, will be on Patreon for you lovely patrons. Mr. Hernschuren. Oh, I feel like you told me how to say your name a while ago. And it's all eyes? Like, Shine? Oh, God, I'm so sorry. What were you singing to? I believe it was Cowboy Bebop. You're right, it was. Azuela Ivari. Gender Swap Mikey 2.0 with colour coming soon. I can't wait, by which I mean I can definitely wait. And you're doing your own manga called Nartalian. I usually do a manga once a year, but I think I'll actually finish this one. Oh, awesome. Upload that stuff. That'd be well good. Also, watch the anime Space Dandy. Watch the English dub only. Ooh, we've just been talking about that, Azuela. I don't know if I want to. Otherwise, there's lots of jokes that's left that the Japanese dub never conveyed. Oh, and failed that the English dub did flawlessly, like Cowboy Bebop. Yeah, so Hellsing... I prefer Cowboy Bebop in Japanese, but the English dub of it is actually acceptable, which is rare. So you're saying Space Dandy as well? I don't know. I do not know. There's one other anime that I really liked in English, and I can't right now remember what it is. Oh, we'll have a little think later. CQ29062 also says that, oh, you've got more about more music that gets you in your zone. And Zappy Zor, we've done it. We're at the top. What was the anime you were thinking about? Cowboy Bebop. And what was your favourite RPG monster? Mine is a slime. Slime's a classic, man. Slimes are from all RPGs back in the beginning of time. back when things first started materializing in the world, back when there was people and stuff and ting, there were slimes in role-playing video games. Yeah, very, very good. I'll tell you my favourite, actually. Is it my favourite monster? I don't know if it's a monster. It's more of a summon. But I really like, is it Bahamut or Neo Bahamut? Not from Final Fantasy VII, but when he's summoned as an Adelion in Final Fantasy X. Because all the other Adelions he's summoned, like they're kind of basically summons that fight alongside your main characters, if you're not familiar. They're all like different creatures and monsters, and they do their power attacks, and they're all really cool. But when you summon Bahamut, he just stands there with his arms folded because he's such a motherfucking badass. And then when you get him to do his attacks, they're all just really freaking cool. So yeah, I guess he's my favourite. Who's your favourite, everybody at home? When it comes to your anime video game characters, which enemy really stuck out for you? Was it because they were designed really well? Were they just incredibly difficult to beat? Or did they have their own part of a backstory? Like, is it Final Fantasy VI? Where there's that purple octopus tentacle monster. Oh, Ultros! Is it Ultros? And he's a character in his own right, and he keeps turning up, doing stuff throughout the game. That's a great bad guy as well as Kefka and Sephiroth and all the others. So yeah, when it comes to bad guys that aren't people, what was your favourite monster from any RPG and or video game? Yeah, that's a great question. I would love to know. Let's have a little dangling tiara thing up there, and then stuff up there, a little bit cheek, rising line, and then probably going to have to give our characters some eyes. Okay, everybody, I've actually read through all your comments. We did it with another extra long video. I hope you're happy with yourselves, you delicious people at home. I'm going to drop into time lapse. Some of these body shapes will get characters. Some of them won't. They'll just get re-outlined. I'll see however I feel. Whilst I play some Game of Thrones in the background and catch up with what's going on TV. And I'll see you guys right at the end. And welcome back. So yeah, just put some random, to be honest, pretty awful, god-awful characters on top of this. But Celavi, that's what happens when you're watching Game of Thrones, in fact, in the background, whilst you're trying to actually get some art done. But I hope that kind of helps just give a bit more of an idea of the bottom kind of up view and how it can kind of work with different characters and their poses. Not really too thorough, just a few more examples to go off of the back of the tutorial. And again, thank you so much for your lovely comments and just kind of reading through and catching up with you guys and seeing what's going on. Get as ever in the comments below, let me know what's happening in your lives for the upcoming week. I'll read through it next time round. If there's too many, I'm going to have to think of a better way of doing this whole series. But otherwise, it's still fun and still a pleasure having you guys along. So as ever, click like, click subscribe if you haven't already. Although, really, if you haven't subscribed and you've made it this far, that's incredible. I don't know what's wrong with you. And I'll see you guys next time round. Peace and love. Bye-bye.